Hey guys, thanks for joining me on this demo. This is drawn on a 8 by 8 inch decent quality watercolor paper, and I'm using a Tombow pen, just drawing a guy's face, kind of, what is the word, sort of the Giacometti sort of look, a lot of lines, but I will knock those all back with some wash and then some acrylic paint afterwards. So just sort of exploring a face and exaggerating and just having fun, really. So yeah, I guess he's kind of been through. He's had a bit of a life. He's not ecstatically happy. I don't think super happy faces make for nice art. I don't know. Could be wrong. I'm sure there's a lot of examples of that. But it's not about his expression. It's just about exploring a face, exploring the forms and the shape, and playing with color. So this is just Cotman watercolors. It's relatively cheap but decent quality watercolors. I'm using some burnt umbers, ultramarine blue, yellow ochre, cadmium, and some alizarin crimson mixes. But they all kind of change because they're getting dissolved in that ink from the Tombow pen. So I think, as you'll see in this painting, it's just kind of experimental in a way because I'm scratching into it, and I think, I got to be honest, I think I sort of overdo it at the end, but see what you think. Sometimes my opinions of these pictures changes over the weeks, whatever. But I kind of felt I had a nice fresh look to it at some point, and then I might have just sort of put too much paint on, but I don't know. It's just what I felt like doing, so I'm going to go with it. I'm going to stand by my picture. So I think I'm just using a 1 inch, I think it's a Liquitex brush. It's very nice because it's kind of thin. There's not too many unnecessary bristles on it. So it holds just the right amount of acrylic. And I love using a palette knife. I think I like the mix of a brush and a palette knife, excuse me, because I think just using a palette knife on its own just gets a bit, it's too much thick layers of paint. I like to have a little bit of subtle washes in there as well. That's just personal preference. So that is a alizarin crimson and ultramarine blue that I mixed together there with a bit of the yellow from the palette knife. And there was some green that I found, and that was in the pack there, and sort of also getting muddied with all the other colours on the palette knife. And then here I'm using black as a colour as well, just to exaggerate some form. Kind of think I should have just stopped around here, to be honest. But I just sort of kept going. I really appreciate you guys watching, whoever's watching. If if you'd like to hit the subscribe, that'd be cool. Just encourage me to do more of these, which I really enjoy doing. Anyway, so I didn't want to sort of delineate the mouth. I just sort of put a bit of scratching in afterwards. Just wanted to keep a very, very basic shape of a head, shoulder, neck. And that was too much paint over there. This paper is just some decent sketch paper, a pad. It's not really watercolor paper, it's good Canson paper. And I will put these up for sale on my website when they're fully dry. I think they could be nice, as a series, sort of in little frames. So here again, just sort of feeling the sculptural, aspect of the shape of the head. I think we're pretty much at the end of this demo. I just threw some spatters down, scratched in some bit of a mouth there. And I think it's going on a little bit too long now, but almost there, I promise you. Just sort of a bit of highlights where there don't need to be highlights, but just for the hell of it. And I just wanted to give it a sort of worn look, a bit of splatter.